Let's make some nutritional protein-packed smoothies that will help with lactation. Yes, all of the ingredients in these smoothies will contain many benefits that help with milk production if you are a breastfeeding mother, if you are preparing to give birth, or already on the journey. When I was around 37 weeks pregnant, I ended up preparing all of these smoothies that I'm about to show you. I made enough for about 2 or 3 weeks for myself and for my husband, and I stocked up the freezer. I ended up buying like an extra freezer for the garage, specifically for postpartum meals. I'm telling you, this is such a life hack if you don't have the support necessary for when you give birth. If you don't have friends or family or a service or a chef making you food after you give birth, this is such a hack. Preparing freezer meals. Alright, so not only am I going to show you how to make these smoothies, I'm also going to go over all the benefits of each of the ingredients that will be used for the smoothies. Please note that you do not have to use all the ingredients that I list, even if you use one or two ingredients in a smoothie recipe that you may already have or that you enjoy. I'm sure that you will receive the benefits of whatever ingredient you choose. As you can see, these are some of the major ingredients that I chose. All of them are organic, high quality ingredients. God bless. I'm so grateful. I'm truly so grateful that I had the resources to be able to do this. So I invested in bulk. Alright, bananas is the main ingredient for these smoothies because, as we all know, bananas are just simply amazing. I don't know why I froze these. So I peeled them and then I froze them, and then I added them into the baggies for the smoothies I was prepping. But then I realized, wait, I don't need to do that extra step and wait for them to freeze. I can simply peel the banana, cut it in half, and it's ready. So just do that, okay? Learn from my mistake. It will be quicker and just easier. If I remember correctly, I used 1 whole banana per smoothie. You'll see further in the video. All of my smoothies had banana. If you don't like banana, or if you're allergic, I don't know, can people be allergic to banana? I don't know. Then simply don't add it. It's okay, it's fine. Choose another fruit if you choose. Bananas are a natural source of energy, lots of potassium, and lots of B vitamins, that which help with hydration, muscle recovery, and mood support, all which are vital for postpartum healing. If you happen to be a gardener, you can also compost these. You can make some banana fertilizer, organic banana fertilizer. You simply put the banana peels in a jar with water, let them sit for a couple of days, and then boom, you have some nice fertilizer for your plants. Even if you have houseplants, they will love it. The next ingredient is yogurt. Yogurt is a great source of probiotics for gut health, protein for muscle repair, and calcium for bone strength. To make the process easier, what I did is I poured some yogurt into some ice cube tray, a silicone ice cone tray, and then I allowed it to freeze for a few hours, and then I had these yogurt cubes. So that's a little life hack, okay, little hack for making your smoothies. Like I said, I prepared smoothies for my husband as well because he's gonna be working, all right, when I give birth, helping me out and all, staying up with the baby as well, so he needs his energy. But I did prepare his a little differently than mine. Like, I did not add as much of all these nutritional goodies in there because a lot of the stuff he does not need. So yes, you can either use some small Ziploc baggies to freeze your smoothie bags, or if you want to invest in some like reusable ones, that will work as well. And like I said, I labeled mine, the ones that are for me and then the ones that will be for my husband. So I have my frozen bananas, although you don't need them frozen, just cut them, okay? And then I have my frozen yogurt cubes, and I am ready to start prepping my smoothie baggies. So it looks like per smoothie, I actually ended up using half of a banana. Half of one banana, 1 yogurt cube. Now, if you end up putting like a scoop of yogurt straight out of the can onto your bag, it might be really messy, and that's why I made them and froze them into the cubes. I then added a tablespoon of organic hemp seeds, 1 tablespoon of raw flax seeds, a couple tablespoons of coconut MCT oil, a scoop of bee pollen, and a few scoops of organic cacao powder. So yes, these are some like chocolatey, you could say cacao, banana, coconut smoothies, because the plan is when I pull them out of the freezer, or when my husband does, we'll make them with coconut milk and add a little bit of agave for a sweetener. Okay, then I added about a teaspoon of cinnamon powder, 1 tablespoon of raw pumpkin seeds, about half a teaspoon of fenugreek powder. I'm telling you, these are loaded. Okay, there you go. That is our smoothie, banana protein smoothie. Banana, yogurt, hemp seeds, flax seeds, bee pollen, cacao powder, cinnamon powder, coconut MCT oil, pumpkin seeds, and fenugreek. Because I'm using quite a few powders, I noticed that it was sticking to the bag, and I want to make sure that I make the best use out of all the ingredients. So I decided to make cubes out of them, freeze the cubes like I did with the yogurt, see if that would work, and it really did. It was a great idea. So this is optional. You can choose to do this if you would like. It makes it easier, and just make sure that you use all the ingredients equally, and so that you don't waste. You need a liquid form to do this, of course, so I used the coconut MCT oil, and then I added the powders that I would like. So for this, I did the coconut MCT oil, and then it looks like fenugreek, cacao powder, a little bit of cinnamon powder. I added the flax seeds in there and the hemp seeds. Okay, and then mix it all up. Make sure that it's all fully mixed. You will freeze them, pop them in the freezer. After a few hours, pop them back out. And then you just add it in there with your banana piece, half of the banana, and that's ready to go. You can also add like a scoop of peanut butter if you want more flavor in there, especially if you want to kind of hide some of these flavors. A lot of them are strong, such as the fenugreek. It gives kind of a strong flavor. That's another option, is that you can also grab the peanut butter, and this is flaxseed peanut butter, by the way. Mix in all the powders in there. This ensures again that you're not wasting product, because the powders seem to stick to the bag. Add all the dry ingredients and then mix it well into the peanut butter. It's going to give you like this better blob. Choose to freeze it if you'd like, because then if you add the blob in to the plastic bag, the peanut butter is going to stick all over it. Cacao nibs, that is another ingredient that you can also use. At the end, or at some point of this video, I will list out all the possible ingredients that you can use for this. As I mentioned in the beginning, you don't have to use all of them. Okay, it's a lot. I know. I went a little overboard, but the more the better. Okay, the more the better. Further in the video, you'll see me continue to make these little peanut butter blobs. I'll put them in some form of silicone mold and then freeze them. But for now, let's get deeper into talking about the benefits of all of these ingredients. Starting off with bee pollen. Bee pollen is rich in B vitamins, amino acids, and antioxidants. Bee pollen can help boost energy levels, reduce inflammation, and support hormone balance. So all of this may support your body in producing more milk. Flax seeds. These are high in omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, and phytoestrogens. Flax seeds help regulate hormones, support digestion, and may enhance milk supply. Flax seeds are also super incredible to add to like your coffee if you're drinking lattes postpartum, or make some lactation muffins, which I shared a very incredible recipe on my channel as well. Hemp hearts or hemp seeds. These are a great source of plant-based protein, omega-3s, and magnesium, which aid in muscle recovery, brain function, and energy levels. Hemp is so incredible. Cacao powder. I love cacao powder because if you sweeten it, a little bit of agave or honey, agave is my go-to, then it makes it this like healthy chocolate. Who doesn't love chocolate? So cacao powder is rich in iron and magnesium, which help with postpartum fatigue and stress. It also contains theobromine, a gentle mood booster. And cacao powder is also a heart opener. It will activate your heart chakra, which is super incredible because your heart is already so open when you give birth and when you breastfeed. Moving on, coconut MCT oil. This provides quick and sustained energy. It supports brain health and contains antimicrobial properties that benefit gut health. By the way, although all of these ingredients might not directly say that it supports lactation and be scientifically proven or whatever the case, the benefits that I'm mentioning help your body in recovery and providing, the iron or the magnesium or whatever nutrients that your body needs, of course, and your brain function, your energy levels, because fatigue is huge after birth. All of that helps your body in recovery and healing, of course. It is all connected, okay? Trust me, these are all so super beneficial. Breast milk production takes a lot of work. It's a lot of energy required for your body. Okay, by the way, look at these cute hearts. I used a heart-shaped silicone mold that I had to make the little peanut butter frozen bites. You just have to be patient for them to freeze. Okay, so yesterday I put my frozen bananas, because I've been working with the room and the freezers because of business. Our business requires us to use the freezers. So I put my frozen bananas in the shitty freezer, and then at night I realized I started getting squishy and black, and I hate squishy black bananas for smoothies. So I was so pissed. I tried to save them, but I hope they're still good. I just hate squishy bananas unless it's for banana bread. So we gotta work kind of fast here because the things will melt. So since all the protein is already packed in these little frozen things, I'm basically just going to throw in one banana, it's half a banana, and then one of these protein things, as I explained, and then a little yogurt ball. A little yogurt ball. See, the thing already has the peanut butter and all that stuff in there. And that's it. Take it all the air. Banana protein smoothie for the mama, me. And then for my partner, I'm doing the same thing. But instead of adding the protein hearts, he's getting these other little hearts because it doesn't have fenugreek yogurt. So that's what we're doing here. Just gotta move quick. These are the banana protein smoothies. And then I also have these cherry peanut butter protein smoothies. And then I have the spinach protein smoothies. What else? Those are the three main ones that I'm doing today. And I will show you at the very end what that all looks like. I don't know how it's melting already. My goal is to get at least enough for 2 weeks. So I could see us enjoying a smoothie when we wake up. More so myself. My partner sometimes just doesn't always eat in the rising. But enough to have a smoothie every morning, and that way it gets protein in. Or if I'm ever lazy, if we ever get lazy, All right, back to the benefits. So next is oat milk powder. That's another thing I forgot to mention. Like I said, I'll list it on the screen, all of the possible ingredients that you can use. All right, so I got these little organizers. Love them. I know. Makes things easier, okay? So I have my banana protein smoothies. I have 7 of these for a week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oat milk powder is, of course, made from oats. So oats are well known galactagogue that supports milk production. The powder form makes it easy to add to smoothies, of course, without the bulk of liquid oats, you know, because like if you use the oats, it's going to make it very like a very thick smoothie. So I don't know about you, I'm not that big of a fan of thick smoothies. So if you use the oat milk powder, you just need like a little scoop, you know, like a teaspoon or so. I should freeze these for now, and then I will do the rest. This one's his. All right, cinnamon powder helps regulate blood sugar levels, supports circulation, and has anti-inflammatory properties beneficial for postpartum healing. Cacao nibs. This is a crunchy superfood. Ooh, definitely a superfood, rich in antioxidants, rich in iron and magnesium, which support energy production and relaxation. Pumpkin seeds. These are high in zinc, iron, and magnesium, which are essential for immune support, hormone balance, and muscle recovery. Yogurt. It does depend which yogurt you choose, so choose wisely. I would go for Greek or coconut based. Moving on to the spinach ones. We have our spinach bags. And don't even have to freeze banana because I just ran out, so I peeled some fresh ones. Half a banana. We want a yogurt square. And this little peanut butter with protein and all, with the goji berries. Boom. And some spinach, some fresh spinach. Just gonna throw that in there. This has so much protein. Come on. Yes. Boom. Boom, boom. And there we go. Goji berries, that's another one. Goji berries have a high nutrient content. They are high in vitamin C, iron, and antioxidants. They help boost energy levels, improve circulation, and overall support postpartum recovery. Now, flaxseed peanut butter. This combines the benefits of flax seeds and peanuts, offering healthy fats, protein, fiber, and nutrients that help keep you full and support milk production. And it also adds a great flavor to your smoothies, peanut butter. One thing to note is that you can also prepare your smoothies using oat milk or flaxseed milk. Those are both a thing. Honestly, I don't recommend them though, because if you look into it, they're not that healthy. I don't know, I'm all about coconut milk. Absolutely love coconut milk, especially if you make it yourself. If you can get your hands on some cocos, you know, some coconuts, which are usually more affordable, like $2 or $3 at like international stores. Crack them open, make some coconut milk. Plus, for milk production, they will really, really benefit you. I'm telling you, coconut water itself, oh, it will bring you so much milk. So yeah, coconut milk is also super incredible. That's what I made all of my smoothies with. That's the only milk that I drink, honestly. With that being said, coconut milk, it is a hydrating, nutrient-rich base that provides healthy fats to support brain function and keep milk supply steady. I also want to quickly mention that all of these benefits that I'm talking about are very, very brief. If you want to learn more about it, please go deeper into all of these ingredients. They are all so beautiful, straight out of Mama Earth, and like I said, nature heals you. Bananas, we already spoke about those potassium-rich bananas. So now spinach. Spinach is high in iron, folate, and vitamin C, which help with postpartum healing, energy levels, and milk production. Ooh, get that leafy green in. Spinach is way up there in my list with helping you with milk production. It's just funny to me because now it's like if I really, really need some milk, like I'll cook some leafy greens, especially spinach, because you can make a meal with, you can cook and use so much spinach, and you know how like it shrinks, so it makes it feel like you're eating a little bit of spinach. In reality, you're eating a ton of spinach. You'll wake up with so much milk. If you didn't notice, I did make a cherry smoothie Have I shared that yet? I don't know. I think I'm on the spinach ones. I believe I made 3 different types of smoothies, all different flavors, to give you different ideas. But of course, I wanted that variation in case I got bored of one flavor one day, you know? So for the cherry smoothies, those are so delicious. Ooh, with coconut milk. All right, so cherries. These cherries are rich in antioxidants and melatonin, which support sleep, reduce inflammation, and help with postpartum recovery. And they are just super yummy in smoothies. All right, so the very last smoothies that I am going to prepare are these cherry protein smoothies. So it's going to have frozen cherries. For the protein, I'm doing peanut butter, this Earth Balance one. It has flaxseed in it. Amazing. And then some hemp hearts, some hemp, some flax seeds, some pumpkin seeds, some cacao powder, some fenugreek, and a piece of banana. So first I'm going to mix these powders in with the peanut butter, and then we'll toss it in there with the cherries and the banana in a bag. This is how we are prepping the cherry protein smoothies. You're gonna take half of your banana. This is the peanut butter with all that protein I just showed you. It's easier if I just mix it all together so it gets stuck. It's like the peanut butter works as a glue as opposed to throwing all your powders in there. It's just gonna get stuck on the bag. Then I'm gonna take my yogurt square, it's been frozen, and I'm gonna take like a quarter cup of frozen cherries with the cherry juice in there. Actually, I think that's good because I need to have enough. And that's pretty much it, you know? It's like a cacao, banana, peanut buttery cherry smoothie. It's so bomb when you blend this with coconut milk. Depending on the season and where you live, it might be difficult to find cherries, fresh cherries that is. But the fact that I found frozen ones was even better because frozen fruit works even better for smoothies. And these were pitted, which made it easier for me. I didn't have to take out the cherry seed. I'll also say that cherries are pretty up there in price when it comes to fruit. I don't know why cherries are kind of expensive. Like I said, I don't like saying expensive, but they're pretty up there in price compared to other fruits. It's worth the investment though, because if you calculate the cost of making your own smoothies, it's way better than if you were to go out and buy a smoothie every single day. Plus, this is helping you with milk production, which also saves you a lot of money instead of having to buy formula if that is the route that you would have to go. Does it for my baggies. Now I'll do my husband's. We can enjoy our smoothies together in the morning. I have some extra protein bites I'll just throw in there. I have red ones for these, you know, matches the cherries. So I'll put mine, this baggie, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I make 7 of them. It's good for a week, and I can alternate the flavors from the other smoothies that I have. So I'm going to label this, and then I'll do my part rinse. Preparing these smoothies is so convenient, and they are gentle on your body and easy to digest. Freezing foods also maintains the nutritional value, which is incredible. Got his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks worth, and we can alternate the flavors. Now let's label these. All right, here we have it. Tom and Dom. Tanya and Dom. I'm really excited for these, honestly. Cherry smoothies, bomb. And then I just wrote blend individually and blend mine with coconut milk, which he should know we usually use coconut milk, but time to take these to the other freezer. I have these bags I've never used. I think they will come in handy for organizing. I believe I went over all of the ingredients, so real briefly, let me just recap real quick. There is bee pollen, flax seeds, hemp hearts, also known as hemp seeds, cacao powder. Yes, I just gotta find the rest. Found them. Coconut MCT oil, oat milk powder, cinnamon powder, cacao nibs, pumpkin seeds, goji berries, yogurt, flaxseed peanut butter, coconut milk or oat milk or flaxseed milk, banana, spinach, and cherries. And I will label these somehow. Help my partner, these are mine. Blend with coconut milk. His, blend individually because it has different specific proteins on there. I'm just gonna tape it on because although this is like a sticker, I don't want it to be on there forever. So proud of my organization. Come on now. Boom. And I didn't have to go out of my way to buy these. I mean, I did at one point, but I already had them. And I was just waiting for the perfect moment to use them for something. And here we are. Perfect. So I'm heading to the garage because that's where the main freezer is. To take all this, I need to make sure that they get in the freezer. And to recap the flavor options that I gave you all ideas on, we made the banana peanut butter smoothies, and then there's the banana spinach smoothies, and the cherry cacao smoothies. You can choose whichever protein or superfood you would like to add onto the smoothies. You could really just mix match whatever flavors you want to come up with as well. Like, the point of this video was to really give you the idea and inform you, educate you that there are so many options for nutrient-dense ingredients that will help with lactation. I promise you that they are useful and they are so worth the investment. Even just having all of these in your medicine cabinet, make sure that you use them though. Share them with your friends and family. They are so beneficial for your beautiful body. I also really wanted to share the freezer meal preparation because that was so useful for us. I did not have family or friends really when I moved to Southern California, so nobody could really help me prepare for food and to heal my body with proper nourishment after I give birth, other than my own preparation and my husband, of course, and my midwife for the first couple of weeks, because she did provide a service where she made these beautiful Ayurvedic based meals for postpartum healing. But other than that, it was really just me and my husband. And so freezer meal prepping is really a lifesaver. Anyway, thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for being a part of my community. I am so grateful that we crossed paths, that we connected. I truly hope that this information is of value to you. And if you are new here, please make sure to subscribe, comment if you would like to connect with me, if you have any questions or comments. If you're interested in checking out my vlogs, I do make vlogs. I love to do like behind the scenes or just like my travel vlogs or my life, You can check out my other channel. I have a separate YouTube channel for this where I also shared and am still sharing old content for my pregnancy diaries, as I call it. I pretty much documented most of my pregnancy and I am creating vlogs for all of that. So if you want to join me on my other channel, it's at Amor del Solecito. The links are in the description. I also share a plethora of baking and cooking recipes that are just incredible. You can also support my herbal shop, Straight Out of Mama Earth. The links are in the description. And any other links, you can find those all in my description. Thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you on the next video.